Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Kabichanavana Haba Girivana Dari Jaya Kabichana Jaya Kabichanavana Haba Girivana Dari Jaya Kabichana Yashodanandana Rajajananandana Yashodanandana Rajajananandana Yashodanandana Rajajananandana Yashodanandana Yamunatiravana Chari Yamunatira Yamunatiravana Chari Yamunatira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Jagannath Jagannath Jaya Parade Jaya Subhaja Jaya Jaya Rukmini Dogadish Rukmini Dogadish Rukmini Dogadish Rukmini Dogadish Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya 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 Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jai Vishnupada Pranamahamsa Pradirajakcharya Ashtadara Satta Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Shira Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Founder His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Shira Prabhupada Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupada Pranamahamsa Pradirajakcharya Ashtadara Satta Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Shira Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananda Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasade Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Govindan Shama Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Shri Jagnapuri Dham Ki Jai Ganga Mai Chamuna Mai Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi Ki Jai Samaveda Bhaktavinda Ki Jai Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai. Transcendental Prasada Distribution Ki Jai. Hare Rama Sankirtan Ki Jai. ISKCON Youth Gadam Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Pramanandi Haribo Haribo. All glories to the Sambodhi Hare Krishna. All glories to the Sambodhi Hare Krishna. All glories to the Sambodhi Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Shasmadi Namo Vishnu Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswatim Vyasam Tattvajayam Udidayet Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, chapter 12, text number 42. Savicham. Yeah, what? Yeah. Number 42, sorry. It's number 42. Because the other one has already spoken. Yes, that's the one. Savicham Prajapatyam Cha Brahmam Chata Brihai Tata Vata Sanchayat Sharina Shilocha Iti Vai Grihe Savicham Prajapatyancha Brahmanchata Brihatata Vata Sanchaya Sharina Shirocha iti Vaigrihe Savicham Prajapatyancha Brahmanchata Brihatata Vata Sanchaya Sharina Shirocha iti Vaigrihe Savicham Prajapatyancha Brahmanchata Brihatata Vata Sanchaya Sharina Shirocha iti Vaigrihe Vaishnavis. Savicham, the third ceremony of the twice born. Prajapatyam, to execute the vow for 1 year. Cha, and Brahman, acceptance of the Vedas. Cha, and Ata, also. Brihat, complete abstinence from sex life. Tata, then. Vata, vocation in terms of verdict sanction. Sanchaya, professional duty. Sharina, livelihood without asking anyone for cooperation. Shira Uchaha, picking up rejected grains. Iti, thus. Why? Even though Griha, in household life. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Then the third ceremony for the twice born was inaugurated, as were the rules to be followed for at least 1 year after acceptance of the Vedas. Rules for observing complete abstinence for sex life, vocations in terms of verdict injunctions, various professional duties in household life, and the method of maintaining a livelihood without anyone's cooperation by picking up rejected grains. Purport. During student life, the brahmacharis were given full instructions about the importance of the human form of life. Thus, the basic education was designed to encourage the student in becoming free from family encumbrances. Only students unable to accept such a vow in life were allowed to go home and marry a suitable wife. Otherwise, the student would remain a permanent brahmachari, observing complete abstinence from sex life for his whole life. It all depended on the quality of the student's training. We had the opportunity to meet an avowed brahmachari in the personality of our spiritual master, Om Vishnupada Sri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Goswami Maharaj. Such a great soul is called a Naishtika brahmachari. Om Agyanatiminandasya Gyananjara Shadakaya Chakshu Uminitan Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manopishtan Stapidan Yena Bhutade Swayanupakadama Hyantadatti Swampadanti Kam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamanam Shri Gurum Vaishnavanscha. Shri Rupam Sagrachatam Sahagana Nakunata Vitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savatutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Radita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Chakapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavan Nishwari Vrishabhanu Sudhe Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakau Patarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishvanebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasade Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Savicham Prajapatyam Cha Brahman Chata Vihatata Vata Sanchaya Sharina Shirocha Iti Vaigrihe. Translation again. Then the third ceremony for the twice form was inaugurated, as were the rules to be followed for at least 1 year after acceptance of the Vedas. Rules for observing complete abstinence from sex life, vocations in terms of Vedic injunctions, various professional duties in household life, and the method of maintaining a livelihood without anyone's cooperation by picking up rejected grains. So here, Maitreya Muni is continuing answering the questions of Vidura. So, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada, he is talking about a Naistika brahmachari. Srila Prabhupada said, a brahmachari can observe complete abstinence from sex life for his whole life. Then such a great soul is called a Naistika brahmachari. So it reminds me a verse from the 6th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. In the first chapter of this 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, text number 13, it is said, Tapasya brahmacharyena shamena cha damena cha tyagena satya sochabhyam yamena niya menava. To concentrate the mind, one must observe a life of celibacy and not fall down. One must undergo the austerity of voluntarily giving up sense enjoyment. One must then control the mind and senses, give charity, be truthful, clean, and non-violent, follow the regulative principles, and regularly chant the holy name of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada, he said that brahmacharya, the life of celibacy, actually has 8 aspects. 1, one should not think of women. 2, one should not speak about sex life. 3, one should not dally with women. 4, one should not look lustfully at women. 5, one should not talk intimately with women. 6, one should not decide to engage in sexual intercourse. 7, one should not endeavor for sex life. And 8, one should not engage in sex life. So this is 8 aspects of a brahmachari life. And Prabhupada said one should not even think of women or look at them, to say nothing of talking with them. This is called first-class brahmachari. If a brahmachari or sannyas talks with a woman in a secluded place, naturally there will be a possibility of sex life without anyone's knowledge. Therefore, a complete brahmachari practices just the opposite. If one is a perfect brahmachari, he can very easily control the mind and senses, give charity, speak truthfully, and so forth. So that's something about the brahmachari. Another important point in the purport is that during the student life, the brahmacharis were giving full instructions about the importance of the human form of life. So, what is the purpose of the human form of life? In the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Sutta Goswami, he has actually answered these questions. Let's take a look of what the Srila Sutta Goswami said. So in the first canto, second chapter, text number 13, Srila Sutta Goswami, he said, Atha pumbir dija shreshta manashrama vibhagasa swanustitasya dhamasya samsedya haritoshana. Sutta Goswami, he said, O best among the thrice born, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging the duty prescribed for one's own occupation according to caste division and orders of life is to please the personality of Godhead. So here it is very clearly told us that actually the purpose of the human form of life is to please, to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhu, he said, human society all over the world is divided into 4 castes and 4 orders of life. The 4 castes are the intelligent caste, the martial caste, the productive caste, and the laborer caste. These castes are classified in terms of one's work and qualification, not by birth. Then again, there are 4 orders of life, namely the student life, the householder life, the retired, and the devotional life. In the best interest of human society, there must be such divisions of life. Otherwise, no social institution can grow in a healthy state. And in each and every one of the above-mentioned division of life, the aim must be to please the supreme authority of personality of Godhead. So, why we have to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead? It is because that this world we are living now is actually just like a big prison house. Because whoever comes to this world, he has to suffer from old age, disease, and death, no matter who you are. Even if you are the President of the United States, still you have to suffer from old age, disease, and death. So that means this world we are living now is just like a big prison house. In order to get rid of this kind of suffering situation, we have to try our best to please the Creator of the world. And the Creator of the world is God Krishna. So that's why we have to try our best to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This institutional function of human society is known as the system of Varnashram Dham, which is quite natural for the civilized life. The Varnashram institution is constructed to enable one to realize the absolute truth. It is not for artificial domination of one division over another. When the aim of life, that is, realization of the absolute truth, is missed by too much attachment for indriya priti or sense gratification, as already discussed herein before, the institution of the Varnashram is utilized by selfish men to pose an artificial predominance over the weaker section. In the Kali Yuga, or in the age of quarrel, this artificial predominance is already current. But the saner section of the people know it well that the division of castes and orders of life are meant for smooth social intercourse and high-thinking self-realization, not for any other purpose. Actually, in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna has also confirmed this point. In the 4th chapter of the Gita, text number 13, Lord Krishna says, one second. Chatuvanya maya shishtam guna kama vibhagasha tasya kataram apimam viti akataram avyayam. Krishna says, according to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. Prabhu, he said that the Lord is the creator of everything. Everything is born of Him. Everything is sustained by Him, and everything after annihilation rests in Him. He is therefore the creator of the four divisions of the social order, beginning with the intelligent class of men, technically called Brahmanas, due to their being situated in the mode of goodness. Next is the administrative class, technically called the Kshatriyas, due to their being situated in the mode of passion. The mercantile men called Vaishyas are situated in the mixed modes of passion and ignorance. And the Sudras, or laborer class, are situated in the ignorant mode of material nature. In spite of his creating the four divisions of human society, Lord Krishna does not belong to any of these divisions, because he is not one of the conditioned souls, a section of whom form human society. Human society is similar to any other animal society, but to elevate man from the animal status, the above-mentioned divisions are created by the Lord for the systematic development of Krishna consciousness. The tendency of a particular man toward work is determined by the modes of material nature which he has acquired. Such symptoms of life, according to different modes of material nature, are described in the 18th chapter of this Bhagavad Gita. So a person in Krishna consciousness, however, is about even the Brahmanas. Although Brahmanas by quality are supposed to know about Brahman, the supreme absolute truth. Most of them approach only the impersonal Brahman, most of them approach only the impersonal Brahman manifestation of Lord Krishna. But a man who transcends the limited knowledge of a Brahmana and reach the knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, becomes a person in Krishna consciousness, or in other words, a Vaishnava. So therefore, the purpose of the human form of life is to attain the perfect knowledge about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So I still got a couple of minutes. I want to take this opportunity to share one of my recent realization about the book distribution. I was distributing books day before yesterday in Pierce College. It was so windy and cold, Practically no students will come. I was really, struggling very hard, But still, although I was trying so hard, but still, I can hardly stop any of the students, because of the bad weather. But somehow or other, I kept trying. And finally, I said, brother, let me just go to the temple a little bit early because no student will stop and take the book. And then, I was walking to the bus station, and I saw a young man, standing there waiting for the bus. Somehow, Krishna inspired me, to approach him. So immediately I pulled up all the books and approached this young man, And I started to explaining the books to him, telling him that this book is about yoga meditation. And by that time, the bus is already coming. So I was feeling probably, the young man will jump up on the bus and will not take the book. I was worried like that, But somehow, he was asking me, are you also taking the bus? And I said, yes. So let's go together. This is the man invited me to come together. He wants to listen more, And then I started to explaining to him that this book is about yoga meditation. It's called mantra meditation. Helps relieve stress. Even great people like Henry David Thoreau, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Mahatma Gandhi, they love this meditation very much. And he was very impressed. And he was telling me, actually, I have just started practicing the kind of meditation. And then I asked him, what kind of meditation are you practicing now? He was telling me, I just sit there and sit in one place quietly and just do some breathing exercise. He was telling me like that. And then I showed him the book, Chant and Be Happy, and told him what we are teaching here is called mantra meditation. And I started to explaining to him the meaning of mantra meditation. By saying that mantra is actually a Sanskrit word. Ma means our mind, tra means to free. So mantra means to free the mind from stress and anxieties. And then I asked him, when the mind is free from stress, anxiety, what will happen? And the man said, happiness. Oh my God, that's exactly, that's exactly the answer. And I immediately, shake his hand saying, you are really very natural. And then I told him, all the books, they are printed by our temple. People just help out with the donation so that the printing cost will be covered. You're welcome to take all the books. Can you help out with the donation? And the man said, sure. And he asked me, how much people will usually donate? So I told him, most people will make like 50 or 60, The bookstore probably will charge you more. Yeah, but we only ask the cost back. And the man immediately pulled out the wallet, and he said, I will donate $50. Yeah. And that really made my day, Yeah. And on the way, to the terminals, I start to show him the pictures of the Bhagavad Gita about the reincarnation, the pictures. And he became really attracted, And he said, definitely, we are the soul. We are not this material body, And people has to be waken up by this spiritual knowledge. I was, really amazed, to see that, first of all, I was really in a kind of depression situation, because not much result at the college. But suddenly Krishna, arranged such a nice young man and take all the books. So then I became really very much inspired, And when the bus got to the, North Hollywood station, so I went to the metro station and I continued distributing books in the metro station. Yeah, because I was really, very much inspired, And then I approached a couple, a young man with long beard. He was with his, girlfriend. I was thinking the young man with long beard might take, the books because he looks like a yogi, Yeah. But to my surprise, he has no interest. And then I left them, walked away. And after, few minutes, few seconds, his girlfriend, walked to me and said, hey, monk, can you show me that, book about science of self-realization? And I immediately handed in, the science of self-realization. And she told me, I got this book in CSUM long time back. I really like to read this book, but somehow I couldn't find it. That's why I want to get this book again, And she happily took the, science of self-realization and made some good donations, Yeah, and that really, made my day, I really realized that, Krishna wants the devotee, to be inspired in spreading this, Krishna consciousness. Yeah, especially through distributing of, Prabhupada's books. Actually, Srila Prabhupada, he said, to preach this Krishna consciousness means to drop millions and millions of books on the laps of the conditioned souls. Just like during wartime, bombs are raining from the sky like anything. Yeah. And if one can sincerely, help the Lord to his mission, Lord Krishna will definitely make all the arrangement. He will make the devotees, successful, Yeah, that's my recent, realization about this, book distribution, Yeah. So I just stop here. Are there any questions or comments? Yes, Bhakta Kir.
Hare Krishna, thank you for the class, Prabhu. Nice anecdotes at the end. I have two questions, maybe only time for one though. So even though one cannot hold like a lifelong vow, celibacy, they like enter the brahmacharya ashram, are they still, do they still have to practice detachment in the brahmacharya ashram, in the system of varnashram?
Even one what?
If someone can't hold the vow of celibacy, they're still recommended to enter the brahmacharya ashram before taking grihastha life, correct?
Yes, that's the recommendation. Even if, it is always better to get some trainings of brahmacharya, ashram, And then, like Achita Prabhu, he was mentioning in the other class, he was saying, a good brahmachari will become a good grihastha. Yeah. So if you are not properly trained as a brahmachari, so in the future, your grihastha life will not be good too, you know. So it is always better to get nice training in the brahmachari ashram, you know. Even if you have material desire like that, you know. Yeah.
And do I have time for just one little quick question as well?
What's that?
When it was mentioning the Naishtika brahmachari, like Saraswati Thakur, does that mean one who has never engaged in sex life, or
yes,
someone who takes a vow to no longer do it in the future?
He never had. Naishtika brahmachari means that one has never had sex life whole life for the whole life.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very clear. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Just wait for the microphone. Just wait. Yeah.
For people online.
Oh, okay, thank you. You were mentioning these Vedic rules. You were going, like, not to think of women sexually was one of them.
Right.
But what was the third one? I just couldn't understand you on the third one.
The third one? 1 second. Let me see. So, just 1 second. It's in the 6th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So one should not think of women. That's the first one. The second one is one should not speak about sex life. And the third one is one should not dally with women. D-A-L-L, dally. Is that good, correct pronunciation? D-A-L-L-Y, dally. Dally. My English is bad, I'm sorry.
Like as in dilly-dally? Like just flirting or talk to have a conversation?
Yeah, joking, like yeah, dally. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
Prabhu.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, we will stop here. Thank you so much for coming. Gantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Hari Go, Hari Go. My pleasure.
Ratna Singhasane Arati Karen Brahma Adi Devagane Jaya Jaya Gora Jade Bharati Ki Shobha Shiva Jaya Gora Jade Bharati Ki Shobha Baje Karatala Shiva Shankho Baje Ganta Baje Karatala बाजे बाजे कार ताल दिवा शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे कार ताल मधुरा में गंगा बाजे तुम तेरा ख्याल मधुरा में गंगा बाजे तुम तेरा ख्याल दिवा जया जय गोरा गादे भारती की शोभा दिवा जया जय गोरा गादे भारती की शोभा जगजन मन लोमा दिवा शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे कार ताल शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे कार ताल मधुरा में गंगा बाजे सुन तेरा ख्याल मधुरा में गंगा बाजे सुन तेरा ख्याल दिवा जया जय गोरा गादे भारती की शोभा दिवा जया जय गोरा गादे भारती की शोभा जगजन मन लोभा Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, जय अंशपात परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य उच्चतर सदस्य भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, आनंद कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण को गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, नवद्वीप धाम की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, स्वामी भक्तवृंद की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled Lord, all glories to the assembled Lord, all glories to the assembled Lord. Thank you very much.
Had you not come, who would have told the message of Krishna, so forceful and so bold? I wander thy way to turn my face. I adore your feet, your divine grace. Had you not come, oh, who would have told the message of Krishna, so forceful and so bold? I wonder thy way to turn my face, adore your feet, your divine and loving grace. Absolute is sentence. Oh, thou hast poured impersonal calamity. Thou hast known, you gave us a life, anew and all afresh. I wonder thy way, your divine loving grace. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Radhe Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
परिव्राजकाचार्य सदस्यमान भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। न्यू वृंदावन धाम की जय। न्यू वृंदावन धाम की जय। न्यू वृंदावन धाम की जय। स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to the assembled Lord. All glories to the assembled Lord. All glories to the assembled Lord. Thank you very much.